I am not teaching, I am publicly learning. But hi and welcome to Learning for the Life in the UK test part 538 while doing short impingement training. And if you're participating in short impingement training, that is at your own risk. So we are right in the middle of preparing a little presentation about music in Britain. So we're going on. There are festivals. There's the Glastonbury Festival and the Isle of Wight Festival and Cranfields. So Glastonbury and Isle of Wight. Glastonbury. Okay, then there is the National Eisteddfod Food of Wales, or 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 the National Eisteddfod Food of Wales. If I would say it, it is an annual cultural festival which includes music, dance, art and traditional performances, largely done in Welsh. And there are also competitions for Welsh poetry, or poetry in Welsh. There's the Mercury Prize, awarding every September the best album. If I would say it of UK and Ireland, Mercury Prize in September awards it the best album of the United Kingdom and Ireland, and there's the Brit Award, awarding annually, if I would say it, annually does an award or an annual event, and it awards in a range of categories. Event that gives awards in a range of categories. In different categories, for example, Best British Group or Best British Solo Artist. Best British Group or Best British Solo Artist. And there are the proms. These are 8 weeks. These are 8 weeks of concerts. This is an 8-week-long season of concerts. So 8 weeks long where a concert played in London. And for example, this is happening in the Royal Albert Hall. And it is organized since 1927 by the BBC. And the most well-known, the most famous one, the biggest one, the most famous one, the most well-known one is the Last Night of the Proms, and it is also broadcasted on television. And there's been, for example, played Land of Hope and Glory, which is march number 1 out of Pomp and Circumstance marches by Sir Edward Elgar. This is short impingement training. Let's try it. I have a second camera, so I'm going to start now. And now we're trying to say all what we had to music. It's too early, we're good enough. We have to make at least 1 or 2 rehearsals. Music in Britain. There are, for example, some composers. There's, for example, Henry Purcell, and he wrote church music and also operas. And he was the organist at Westminster Abbey. His music was and is influential. There is George Friedrich Handel. He was German-born, but in 1727 he became a British citizen. And he wrote for George I, a British monarch, water music, and for George II, he wrote music for the Royal Fireworks. And he also wrote Messiah, which is an oratorio oftentimes sung at Easter. Then there is Sir Edward Elgar. He wrote Pomp and Circumstance marches and march number 1, Land of Hope and Glory. And there is Gustav Holst. He wrote a suite of music called Planets of the Solar System. And the music which he used for Jupiter is used for I Vow to Thee My Country. And there is also Ralph Vaughan Williams. He wrote music influenced by British folk music. And there is Sir William Walton. And he wrote marches for the coronation of George VI and Elizabeth II. And his most known works are probably Facade and Belshazzar. Then there is Benjamin Britten, and Benjamin Britten founded the Oldenburg Festival in Suffolk, and also he wrote the operas Peter Grimm's and Billy Budd, and also A Young Person's Guide to the Orchestra, which introduces the listener to the different sections of an orchestra. There are festivals, for example, the Glastonbury Festival, or the National Einstead of Wales, which is a place where mostly things in Welsh are made, music, art, and also poetry. And there are stadiums in the United Kingdom used for great music events, for example, the Wembley Stadium in London, or also in London, the O2, or the SEC Centre in Glasgow. And there are awards, for example, the Brit Award, given out to Best British Artist or Best British Group, or the Mercury Prize every September, given out to the Best Album of the UK and Ireland. And that is according to the Live in the UK Test Handbook, page 80. And also there's written something to the proms. Now the proms are 8 weeks long, and they are in the summer in London. And since 1927, they are organized by the BBC. And the most famous one of these concerts, of these 8 weeks long season of concerts, is the last night of the proms, where, for example, this Land of Hope and Glory by Sir Edward Elgar is played. And some things of these concerts are happening in the Royal Albert Hall. That is all according, as I already said, to the Live in UK Test Handbook, page 79, 80 and 81. I forgot to think of the prompts at the end. I wanted to have that at the end, as a big thing at the end. No, I did it that way. What did I say to the Live in UK Test Handbook? Did I miss that? Another thing, I mentioned 2 times 1927, I think. But I spoke. And we have just 1 time 1927. So, it was 1727. Okay, it was 1727, the time when George Friedrich became a British citizen. Let's try it, if it would be okay. It is not completely okay, because I technically opened the book and saw what is here, but here was nothing about the prompts written, just this picture. So it's not really looked up into the material. I just wanted to try it, and it was the end and it was put in. And I'm going to stop the second camera. And we will do now a short impingement training. If you're just here for our time when we're rehearsing the theater video, when we're going to talk what is happening in the universe of theaters in the United Kingdom, then you can go directly to the next video. If you're here for the short impingement training, you can do so. You can do it, you can be it, but it is at your own risk if you participate in the exercises. We're having the legs stable standing, a bit of a shoulder wide apart, and we're doing forward shoulder circles. We're going back, up, shoulder, and down. I maybe messed up the National Einstead of Wales. What the name was in difficulty to our festivals. And we're going in front, up, back, and down. And the thing with the different genres of music also, but it's okay. And now we're doing backward shoulder circles. We're going in front, up, back, and down. It fits, but it doesn't really fit now to say that there are different kinds of genres of music played in the United Kingdom. Next exercise, what is it? We're having the legs standing wide apart. We're going a bit into the knees. We're hinging forward with a straight back, letting the arms hang. Now we're pinching the scapulars together and doing it with effort. Now make fists, lift the arms up, and still pinch the scapulars together. Letting the arms up and the shoulders. And next time, pinch the scapulars together. You have to organize it better. We are lifting the arms up, the fists, and pinch together. We have to work more clearly from section to section. If we don't want to forget the section. and down. Next exercise, something similar, into the knees, hinge a bit forward, fist in the front leg, let the arms hang, make fists, turn the arms to the inside, lift the arms high up and bring them together. Straighten slowly up and bring the shoulders down and together. So the arms high up and together, shoulders down and together. And the third, arms high up and together, shoulders down, together. And release. At the second time, into the knees, hinge forward, front leg, with the arms hang, make fists, turn the arms to the inside, lift the arms high up and together. Straighten up, bring the shoulders back and together, arms high up and together. Shoulders down, together, arms high up, together. Further. Next exercise. Lift the arms up and just observe what the skeptics are doing. If this exercise causes pain, then don't do it. Again, just the arms up and observe what the skeptics are doing. Last time. And again down. The arms to the outside. Now the arms in front and again back together. And the arms in front, back together. Again, just observe what the scapula are doing. The scapula should always follow the humerus to give a perfect socket for the humerus. That was last time. Next exercise with weightlifter. Long arms with strong fists. And now bring the shoulders down and together. And now turn the arms to the inside. So shoulders down, together, and arms to the inside. The arms are changing, the arms out, shoulders still down, together. And change, arms to the inside, shoulders down, together. And change the last time, arms to the outside, shoulders down. Something similar, arms to the outside, hands onto fists a bit in front, bring the arms in front, shoulders down and together. Change the arms back, this time also shoulders up. And the arms in front, shoulders down, together. Arms back, shoulders up and in front. Next exercise, you press the curl the arms together and down into the outside. And here again, just observe what the scapula are doing. Last time together. And we don't have time for the sundial. Usually we're going to do proper stretching. So one arm in front and the shoulders back and down. Pull the arm in, have flat fingers, try to relax that arm, go a bit back for the shoulder. So the shoulder is back and down, pull the arm in, have flat fingers, try to relax that arm, and go a bit back with the shoulder. The other arm in front, shoulder is back, down, pull the arm in, have flat fingers, try to relax that arm, go a bit back with the shoulder. Shoulder is back and down, with the Amen, have flat fingers, stretch, relax, and go back. That was a short and pinch on training. I thank you very much, and until next time.